simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hey, I am Izna. I am a mindset and manifestation coach, and I am here to help you get the life you dream of. So, I have a description box below where I offer coaching, tarot readings, energy readings, and all kinds of goodies. If you want to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. My information is down there. And as well, please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button so that I know that you like this content and I can keep making more of it. So today we're going to talk about something that I think matters, and a lot of people don't talk about it. So I had this kind of like aha moment, and I was like, oh my God, I need to share this. This is pretty crucial. So when we're affirming and doing work and talking about what we want, and we're scripting and we're going through all this, there's two things that I kind of want to mention here. One, as you're growing, as you're doing this process, what you previously wanted and what you want now are more than likely going to be entirely different. And that's okay. It really is. The you now doesn't want what the previous version of you wanted. And that's okay. It's okay to recognize that you don't want the same things you used to. It doesn't make it any less real. It doesn't make it any less, powerful. It doesn't make it so that you shouldn't want it anymore. It doesn't mean that you should give up. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is you've grown as a person, and the stuff that you've wanted or the stuff that you desire has changed. That's all. That's a good thing. Embrace that, okay? That's not bad. As you grow, so are your desires. That's just the way this works, right? So as we gain levels of consciousness, as we feel better, as we grow as a person, the stuff that we want is obviously going to change with us, okay? So, having said that, I wanted to share with you guys something that I was affirming and saying actively, and it happened. So, I said that my specific person, and this was my actual affirmation, I said that my specific person showed up like he did in the beginning. Because that's what I thought I wanted. So I'm going to break this down for you, and I'm going to explain why I had my aha moment and why that kind of vague affirmation, there was good parts and bad parts. Okay, so I'll go through it with you. So the good parts, for the most part, yes, my person showed up how I wanted him to in the beginning. But that meant that every part of him showed up how he was in the beginning. So if you were like me and there were certain things in the beginning that you didn't really think about, didn't really include in that statement, but you made that kind of broad statement, guess what happened? So can I be upset? Well, no, not really. Because I made a general vague statement and it happened. Does that mean that the rest of any of the good stuff didn't show up? No, of course not. That stuff showed up too. But just saying I want them to show up in like how they were in the beginning, that could be a lot of things. So what was it that I was actually trying to affirm for? Let's go there, right? What was it that I was actually trying to focus on? What I was actually trying to focus on was how I was treated in the beginning. That's what I thought I was creating. Now, how I was treated in the beginning and how someone shows up, to me, don't mean the same thing. So I should have known better. Because obviously, I can say someone shows up a specific way. Someone shows up like how they did yesterday, right? The pizza guy shows up at the door like he did yesterday. Okay, great. But is that saying that the pizza guy treats me and, does the same thing that he did yesterday? Not really, huh? So if the pizza guy showed up at the door again today, because I told him to, because I said he shows up like he did yesterday, is that really what I wanted? No, what I wanted was to be treated how the pizza guy treated me yesterday, right? That's what I'm looking for. So the reason I bring this up is because this happened to me recently, and I got upset. I'll be honest. Did I react in the 3D? No, not at all. Did I get angry and frustrated? Yeah, for about an hour or so. And then I made myself take a nap, and when I woke up, I was like, wait a minute. This was me. This was all me. This is exactly what I asked for. Whether or not I wanted it to be or not, this is exactly what I asked for. And I wasn't being specific. So, do I have anyone to blame but myself? Not really. And in the future now, because I know how powerful I am, do I know what to ask for? Well, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why I just said some of the stuff that you are affirming for as you're going through this process is going to change. So maybe a previous version of me was okay with him just showing up how he did in the beginning. This version of me, she's not okay with that. Nuh-uh, like, I want all the good and none of the bad. This version is like, oh hell to the no. Like, you are going to show up and treat me correctly. That's just the way that this is, period. So, being clear about your affirmations and where you're at is really important. Because if you are asking for something that is vague and expecting a non-vague result, not really gonna happen. Sorry. I'm here to tell you that even vague affirmations absolutely create 1,000%. Real time, I have seen it. But is that the version that I wanted? Nope. So, I went back to the drawing board. I went back to the scripting, and I wrote down exactly. I am treated by my person. I am treated by him exactly how he treated me in the beginning. Why? Because that's what I actually wanted, right? That's what I was affirming for. Not all the rest, right? Because whenever you say that somebody shows up like that, does that mean that everything you're sitting there saying that everything, just because they show up, everything about them shows up? Okay, well, do you want everything? In my case, no, I don't. I don't want everything. I just want one specific part of that beginning. That's it. So be specific about what it is that you want. Because the more specific you are, the more specific they will be. And trust me, whenever you have that moment where you break through and you're like, oh my God, what have I been asking for? It's really powerful, and it feels really good to be able to know that you can change it. It really does. So if you can do it, then remember, if you can do it, you can always undo it. And if you can create one thing, then that means you can fucking create whatever you want. So the sky's the limit, baby. Make it happen.